So after the show, you stayed at the house, you and your son.
Yeah.
Right? And Chrisean
Blue
was there.
You know, daddy.
Yeah. Chrisean was in the house as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she had her dog and all that. So we lived together, and you know, we had to basically get along. This wasn't no more fighting each other or arguing and all that. We was getting along. We vlogging together. We going to the studio together. All we had to do was make music, don't work, don't do just, you know, not just stay home, but like go to the studio, make music, do photo shoots, like basically make content. So that was just all we had to do, and we didn't have to worry about shows.
What happened? Like, why you feel like it went sour? You guys was making content.
Because it was like, I'm just real, and I don't really like, I don't know, everyone could tell, like, I'm real, I can fake it if I have to, but like, I'm just not fake. And she just was so jealous of me. Like,
felt like the relationship was fake.
Like, there would be one day where we're talking about God, praying, holding hands, talking about like, this is my sister. She was like my little sis, you feel me? Yeah. And there's other days where she's like getting weird, and I'm like, bro, like, let's pray. Like, you're being weird. It's like, why are you acting jealous, you know? Like, there's nothing to be jealous of. Obviously, Blue wants me to be here. I got the chains too. He bought me 2 chains just like her, matching chains. So it's like.
What happened to him? You sold them?
No, I didn't sell them.
I'm just saying, you know, out of sight, out of mind.
Why do I have to sell them?
Not because you need the money. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm just saying out of sight, out of mind. Sometimes people want to disconnect from that.
No, I still have the chain. I still have it. Okay. Yeah. I obviously could have wore it today, but I wanted to wear my diamonds. It matched better. I didn't need no bust down. Yeah, I didn't need to be too bust down and all that today.
So are you saying that you still may possibly, you love him still? Because you say you would have wore it today. You know what I'm saying? You like, I would have wore the shit. I
still have the chain. I'm not trying to, I mean, okay, can we skip to the next question? You're making me blush, bro, stop.
I'm just asking.
Okay, let's just say this. I appreciate Blue, and I do have love for him for what he's done for me. And I do, we still are friends to this day, and like,
you guys still have conversations? You guys still text
we might have some things in the work, possibly. Yeah. I'm not gonna say too much. But, like, you know, people kind of just thought he kicked me to the curb. That's not what happened. I left. So the whole thing about it was I disappeared. I just left out of nowhere. I left. And for like a couple years, here I am popping back out. So it's like, why are you just now popping out? What happened to me, you know? And I actually did an interview with Jessica West Side Stories. And that explained like my background on why I left and like how I felt, why I felt like I needed to leave, and just like the whole dynamic of that. And if they go on there, it's on YouTube. You can like view that. I don't want to go.
Why'd you have to leave? No, we got.
I didn't have to leave. I left because I had a lot of personal going on. Also, I felt like Blue just wasn't really kicking it off for me hard enough. Like, I felt like after being there for a while, I should already had a song out with him. Like, we were working towards it, but it just was so slow. And then my apartment, you know, family members are it up, and then I'm almost getting evicted. I have a kid, so I would never choose, like, yeah, obviously I have to choose a career, but like I had to take care of my name, like my credit, my name, like just in case something happened where in the long run where me and Blue fall off and then I need to find a place. Why would I like risk not having a place to go with my kid? Like, that's, any parent or mom would choose fixing their life over that, because that is always going to be there. It can always come back to, even if it's not with him, just in general, just come back to my career when it takes time.
This is just my opinion, you know, talking with you and chiming in on it, shining some light. I feel like sometimes you gotta make, and it sucks because that's the world we live in, especially the country we live in, you gotta make sacrifices. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if I would think you strong enough, I know where you from. You should have been able to thug that out real quick just to see like, hey, what this can really entail to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already worked so hard to get to where you was at that time to kind of like just cold turkey it.
That's kind of what Blue said, but I couldn't, But I felt like it was like I just didn't feel right just continuing on knowing that it's like in the back of my head that possibly I have to think. I'm Aquarius, so I think very like long run, like longevity. And for me, it just didn't make sense to like let me do this and then risk my whole name. Like obviously some people would risk their name, but like you feel me? Look at Chrisean, like her ass got out of all her money by just putting her just keep on going. Like you should have had your together. Now you're starting over. You didn't think things through. You thought, while you're sitting here, I'm sitting here worried about what I have to do. Like, I'm not that type of. So like,
yeah, you and Chrisean are night and day. So it's like,
yeah,
you didn't have to be what she was.
Yeah, and I'm never gonna be that. That's the thing. Like, I'm always gonna be myself. I never have to follow up behind someone. I think that's what made her more mad was that I wasn't a follower. Like, I'm a leader. She's a strong personality, but so am I. But I don't have to jump out and pop out at people. I don't have to start stalking someone to get some type of attention. Like, I know how to get my attention by sitting here and just being myself.
You feel like you left the situation with nothing? You feel like you gained anything, and not even money. Like, we don't even like the financial game, right? Do you like just even connections, learning things?
I had connections after, but I felt like, had I stayed longer, maybe I would have been, doing baddies, or I would have been doing this and that. But the thing about it is I believe in God, and like God works in mysterious ways, and he's always on time. So anytime that I felt like I should have or I could have did this, I know God had me moving the way that I moved for a reason. You know what I mean? And like I said, me and Blue are still friends. So I feel like if opportunities were to present itself, I'm gonna be able to like take control of that. And this time I feel like I have a lot more control than I did before because I'm older. I'm a little bit wiser. I mean, I'm not older like old, but like it's been a couple years. So
can you agree to disagree here, or agree or disagree, whatever you want to do like this? Sometimes, hey man, like you got to pick a struggle.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to have to pick something. Like, you're going to have to go through it. None of it's going to be perfect. You know what I mean? You're going to have to make some sacrifices. Like, especially if, you're thinking longevity. Like you say, you're an Aquarius, you say you think longevity. If I was you, I would have been thinking longevity for my son. Like, yeah, he might be going without me for a little bit now or whatever the case may be, but it's all got a great ending. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be where we're really
Chrisean
on.
also didn't have nothing to lose. She showed up with nothing and got nothing. Well, she got something, but like she went out like a clown. Like she blew up kind of goofy and did the most to get there. Tattoos and all that. But it's just so funny to me because she says I'm so fake, and then she tries to expose me. But when she first got her tattoo, she acted like it was hurting so bad, like it's such a, this and that. But it's like, now you're sitting here just tatting like it's nothing, like you're weird, don't. But like for me, I had my son, I had something to lose. And like, I just think about like the dynamic of it all. It was just like, first of all, I feel like Blue, like we're not working fast enough or like hard enough at this point. And then I still have to take care of because I still had my own place besides of living with Blue. Like I lived with him, but I still had a whole place in San Diego. My family was there, and they weren't taking care of my place. So that kind of caused me to go figure it out, talk to attorneys, not get evicted.
Were you still paying the bills at the house?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It was during COVID. So like nobody was paying bills at that time, but like I had to figure all that out,